Cass in the City, Romeo International, A.R. Shaw, and Ty Cooper.
The sun is shining, nice and bright. The birds are chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready
for another day.
No one can stop us. We gon' learn to play. Every day we learn and play.
We do our best,
so we'll be great. You do your best,
and I don't mind.
So let's get ready. Cause it's about that time. Good morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning,
your hands are great.
Good morning,
so start today.
Good morning, open your eyes. Good morning,
reach for the sky.
Good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning to you. Good morning, how do you do?
Good morning.
You see me on my grind.
Woo, stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah,
I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to it. So let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn to play.
Hey, it is rolling out 8 a.m. and we are the wake up call. Ty Cooper is in the house. Of course, Cass in the City, First Lady. And
good morning.
Romeo International. What's happening, Romeo and A.R. Shaw? It is such a beautiful morning here. What's going on with y'all?
It's Friday.
2020 going 2020. That's what's happening, you know.
2020 doing his thing.
What's going on with this mask, Romeo?
Oh, so every day, man, it's a mask every day. This is my golf mask. It's an accessory. So I promote my post with positivity that me and Munson do every day. I post mask awareness because I believe it's easier to have common sense. Common sense is free, people. It's free.
It's not easy. And it's obviously not common. Definitely not easy or common.
It's Friday, all right.
Sounds cool, but sounds like somebody needs to read a new book that hadn't, I don't know, it's not common, but definitely reading a book might help everybody calm down. There are lots of great books. We're going to talk about some of those so that everybody can stop complaining. If you're blessed to be alive, you should be happy. I mean, if you haven't been put on a ventilator, you should be happy. And all those people that just continue not to be grateful, it's such a horrible thing to hear. I don't want you to think it's a light. You're not a shining light when all you can talk about is your depression, because there are people that really are depressed. They have no jobs. This is a wake-up call. So wake up and be grateful and be happy and enjoy yourself and get your groove on. Call your family, share some love, read some scriptures, read the Quran, read whatever it takes to lift you up, sip your favorite tea, get you some meditation, change you and change the world. I'm happy. Want to see everybody out there in Facebook. Amir Shah, you know that if you don't make a difference yourself, it ain't gonna never happen. And Romeo, we know that we're gonna continue to put out that message of positivity, but you know, I'm not gonna judge. If that's what you want to do, go out like you want. Record your own life. It is your own life. Ty, what's up on the beauty front, man? You coming through.
I'm trying to on this fabulous.
No, we don't do words like try, Ty. We don't try nothing. You did it. You did it.
Appreciate it, team. I appreciate it.
Got your own lights. Where all them lights come from? It's morning time. Look at you.
Yeah,
I had to do it right. And you to get all lights.
Lights, camera, action. I love it.
Sunshine. I exude
I'm
sunshine.
gonna upgrade now.
Yeah, we Ty stepped it up on us.
I'm gonna have to upgrade. I'm telling you. Between you and my brother Kenny Burns, I need a wall of pictures or something, boy.
I had to get that glow like Cassidy, so I was like, you know, cheekbones, her cheekbones be shining.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I guess somebody put on a mask or something. Now, who are your favorite makeup artists right now? What are makeup artists doing right now? Now that they can't be on set, y'all can't be on set right now. What's going on?
A lot of makeup artists are now being forced to really try and do virtual makeup classes and really like embarking on what business truly is. Because I'm gonna put it out there, a lot of makeup artists, they did a lot of home, they went to people's homes, and it wasn't really a legal business, I would say. But now they're forced to look inside of what they were doing, their art, and take it seriously. And so we're finding that artists are now getting their license and trainings online, but those that are professional makeup artists and licensed artists, they are now going virtual. So they're teaching everyone via the all different types of Zoom calls, and really, really having that touchless service by educating and training. So that's I know that's what I've went to. So and it's very lucrative, right? Because that's another stream of income that wasn't tapped into.
Why not?
Right.
Why not? I think pivoting and innovation is cool. Cass in the city, I know you got a report. Friday, rolling out AM. It is the Cass report. Let's go.
Let's get it. So, starting off, we have some exciting news. Former First Lady Michelle Obama has a big announcement. She just announced that she is launching a podcast with Spotify called the Michelle Obama Podcast. And this will be debuting towards the end of the month, July 29th. And this is a part of a deal that she did with her Obama production company, Higher Ground Productions. So definitely check this out. She said she definitely wants to address like real issues and spark conversations so that people can have real conversation with their families and make it, make their situations better. So I think she's definitely going to touch on a lot of interesting topics. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm definitely going to check it out. So make sure you guys check this out July 29th. Up next in birthdays, we have Jeremiah's birthday today. He is 33 years old. So shout out to him. And shout out to everybody else who's celebrating a birthday today. We hope you have an awesome day. Ty, were you saying something?
Man, that was great.
No, I was just saying anything.
We got balloons, yeah. The cake is on the way. We got the music playing, cause it's your holiday. Woo! We invited family, and everybody came. I strike a pose for me like you in a picture frame. You got your finest clothes on, and $1 million smile. So we gon' celebrate you for a while. And don't forget we got the candles when you away. Don't forget we got the candles. Happy birthday, gonna celebrate you for a while. Candles, blowing you away. Wait. Candles. Happy birthday, happy yeah. So,
Woo.
Yes, shout out to everybody, like I said, who's celebrating a birthday today. Be safe and enjoy your day.
And on top of that, because I got my bro AR here, my headache sis Cass in the city, and Ty Cooper, because she just tying. We about to go to Ty's report. Ty, what you got?
Well, today, y'all, I got some not so good news. We have some very alarming news, I would say, because Tamar Braxton has reportedly been rushed to the hospital following a possible suicide attempt. And so, according to a report, she was allegedly found unresponsive in her hotel room by her boyfriend, David Adefeso. The pair was said to have been staying at a Ritz-Carlton downtown LA when he found her unresponsive. Her boyfriend, David, says she was drinking and had been taking some unknown amount of prescription pills. He believes that it was possible suicide attempt. So a spokesperson for Tamar said that Tamar has had a very tough and emotional day. More information, of course, is coming in the next few days. Prayers up for her and her family during this time. Is stating that Tamar is in stable condition, but still unconscious at this time. So thoughts and prayers out to her. I know this is Mental Health Month, so want to make sure that she's okay. That's my girl. I love Tamar, so I hope she is well.
Definitely, sending prayers to her family,
Yep.
and for her healthy recovery. So yeah, definitely during Minority Mental Health Month, make sure you guys, and every month, check on your loved ones. Make sure they're okay. We're still in a pandemic. Not the best time right now.
Right.
Yeah, and if people hadn't been taking any pills, and all of a sudden you start taking random pills, and you see changes in behavior or non-responsiveness, just do some gut checks. Are you okay? Let's talk about it. What's new in your life? How do you have new medicine bottles? Any of those things, because it's a tough time. The idea, the adulation that people used to be able to get from being on stage is not there. The money that once was for doing the shows not there. And for a lot of people in our community, they're suffering. So let's have some love and compassion. Hate to hear it, but we hope and pray that she shines through. Let's keep it moving. Romeo, I know you got something good.
Yeah, man, it's Romeo International, Barack O. Romeo for your Rolling Out Social Report. We're going to start with my man, Roland Martin, who's a big friend of the Rolling Out family. He joins the Information Network on iHeartRadio. So we want to send you a round of applause, brother, for doing your job, keeping us informed and staying on their neck. Please stay on their neck. Wherever you want to go, producer, we can go. Next up, we got my friend Corona. He visited Florida yesterday and did a press conference. Now, Corona said he really appreciates everybody who keeps going to the beach. Please, please keep doing stupid stuff for him so he can see you later on in the future. He says if you don't wear a mask, you will be seeing his ass. Next, we got DJ Khaled, man. Shout out to DJ Khaled and Drake that just released the new hit song Pop Star, which is popping. I was gonna play it for y'all, but y'all know we got rights and stuff like that. But it is hot on top of the Grease release. So please go check out DJ Khaled and Drake in Pop Star. I needed some good music. And that ain't me, but hey, where we going next?
Amir.
Let's get it. While we added it up, let's go ahead and get to it. Man, so Georgia is on fire. Coronavirus cases are going up, and the mayor and the governor, they're beefing. So we have an issue in Georgia where the governor, Brian Kemp, has sued the mayor of Atlanta over her mask mandate. Keisha Lance Bottoms, she issued a mask mandate to enforce that everyone in the city of Atlanta would have to wear a mask. Unfortunately, Brian Kemp is against that, and he sued her because he's saying that she doesn't have the right to make this mandate, although the cases of coronavirus is going up. All this kind of stems from a couple of days ago. Trump came to Atlanta and he didn't wear a mask, and Keisha Lance Bottom got on him because he violated the order. And Kemp responded by basically suing Keisha Lance Bottoms for her mask mandate. So we got, the thing is this, this is a crazy time. It's a pandemic, and we have leaders who don't want to lead. They just don't want to lead, and they're in a position that they shouldn't be in. So we talk about the importance of voting and the importance of checking people during the election, because a lot of people are saying that Kemp stole the election. He was Secretary of State while he was running for governor. So we definitely want to still wear your mask if you come to the city. Even though it's not a mandate, make sure you wear a mask at all times when you're out in the public. Want to move on to this next thing, man. We're gonna shout out to C.T. Vivian, who is a civil rights icon, man. He marched with Dr. Martin Luther King. He was very active in the civil rights movement. He actually won the Presidential Medal of Freedom, as you can see, him being honored by President Barack Obama. But very legendary, very, very powerful brother. He's definitely had a lot of influence in the city of Atlanta and the civil rights movement. So if you don't know about C.T. Vivian, definitely take some time to see his story. He has an amazing story. Again, shout out to CT Vivian, rest in power. Definitely, we're gonna miss an important civil rights icon. So there we have it. Just and Munson, is Munson on? Yeah. So Munson, I know you talked about CT Vivian. We talked about him earlier as far as like the impact that he's had, and you could talk about the story about your connection to him as far as you I guess going to school with one of his family members. Can you talk a little bit about that?
No, not really. Just love the fact that we are going to honor. I think you did a phenomenal job, Amir. If people want to know about CT Vivian, then you in the pandemic, maybe you'll learn about leaders, people who have walked with leaders and understand and become that leader. So I'm not going to come behind you, bro. You did a phenomenal job. So I want you to know that. I mean, it's like if people can't get it, you only put it out there, Amir. If they don't want to follow the path, then we ain't here to, push it down. Romeo reminds them every day. I'm not even getting ready to go back and get into that. Check out CT Vivian, Google, Google. If you're bored, Google all day, just Google, Google all day, just Google.
Hey, I do got a question, AR.
Let's go.
I do got a question, AR. What happens when the governor sues the mayor? How does that work, sir? How does that work?
He filed a lawsuit against the mayor and the Atlanta City Council. So if you look at the you can basically go online. It's I think it's 124 pages of the lawsuit. And yeah, he's suing her. But I don't think any judge, any judge in their right mind is going to actually take this lawsuit seriously. It's basically right now it's a contest. They're having a contest. It's like a power battle between the governor and Mayor Bottoms, and it's like they're going back and forth. But the only thing about it is Kemp is on his ideology is really, really backwards. It's going against science. It's going against what all the doctors and the medical practitioners are telling us, that you should wear a mask when you go out. It's 32 states that have already issued this mandate, including Alabama. Like Alabama,
governor
is considered like one of the
governor of Alabama.
America. They've issued a mask mandate, and so tell me why this is an issue. It's crazy. We're living in a very crazy time right now, and people are showing their colors. It shows you that a lot of people who are in power don't deserve that position.
It's unfortunate too, because we're talking about this whole situation with him suing her, but let's not also forget what came out about her. She was tested positive. So if she was tested positive, she's not just trying to safeguard her and her family or the people around her, but everyone else. So I just don't understand why the compassion for at least her, at least catching it and being precautious was taken. I don't understand that. But shout out to Keisha Lance, our mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and hope she gets better. But it's unfortunate how that is all playing out with her being sued for that. But yeah,
it's really it's just not a good look. Like as a whole, we look really bad as a state because we are continuously on, the national news because we're not on one accord. So it's really just not a good look for Georgia. And this has been throughout the pandemic.
You got to remember, Cass, when you drink the tea and you have been put in place, I mean, literally he has to do what pretty much the agenda of that particular dump says. So if you follow the protocol, I love her leadership. I think versus talking about her personally being sued, the city of Atlanta is being sued. It costs money to have suits, but it's all she has been an excellent leader moving forward and showcasing for the entire Black community across the entire Black nation, these United States. Her leadership has been an example of what it takes to move forward. It's a challenging time, and she stepped up into it. So we'll just send out love and light to her. I don't really, I don't have any expectations that the state is going to really care about the lives of the Black community. So I'm not literally sitting here saying, "Oh, well, I hope they come around." I'm not going to get in conversations about them. I'm really working to get us all to keep our air fresh and positive, because you really got to focus in order to lift yourself up. So love it, the fact that it's there, Romeo, but literally it's just more shenanigans. I mean, we really need to be thinking about Breonna Taylor's people have not come to justice. There's no justice with Breonna Taylor. We really need to make sure we don't forget about Ahmaud Arbery, and all the things that are just distractors. Do not get caught talking about distracting things.
Right.
So,
That's the other, because Ahmaud Arbery, his assailants are in court this morning, and I should have an update for you guys for that in the next hour. But his assailants are actually going to court this morning, and I'm actually curious because you brought up something. Are they even moving forward on the Breonna case? Are they moving forward, or is that just still?
They're arresting people who are protesting, so I don't know.
Right.
It's still under investigation. The Attorney General has yet to file any charges against the officers, but he has filed charges against the people who sat on his lawn and protested
peacefully,
and he gave them felonies, so they could face 1 to 5 years in prison for sitting on his grass. So yeah,
unarmed,
yeah,
not threatening.
A lot of backwards things in the state of Kentucky. A couple of weeks ago, there was actually a mock lynching that took place at the governor's mansion.
Crazy.
I don't know if you guys saw the video. If we had the video, I definitely sent it to our producers. But there was a mock lynching at the governor's mansion.
Yeah.
Trump's dump supporters. They were armed, and they were basically upset with the governor because the governor issued a mask mandate in the state of Kentucky, and they were against the COVID-19 restrictions, and they said it violated their freedom. So they actually did a mock lynching of the governor of Kentucky. No one was arrested, no one was charged, and they went on about their way. So we see these disparities when it comes to protest, and we just have to call it out when we see it. It's definitely a sad situation that's happening in Kentucky.
It's a historical playbook. I mean, this is not surprising. These things have been done since we got here. Freedom is not free, everybody. Freedom is not free. You definitely have to post with a purpose. It is really, really important. So love what's happening. I'm really excited about the fact that the community is moving forward. There's a lot of great creativity happening. Not so sure if I like the song Pop Star. I'm still trying to vibe with it, Romeo. So kind of tell me what I'm supposed to hear, because I don't hear anything new. It just sounds like a pop record and they're shoving it down my throat. So I'm a little concerned. Any other new music that can happen? Let's talk about new releases at some point. Cass, if you can grab me a few, because I want to have some other options.
You need to check out Janae Aiko. She dropped the deluxe project last night. It was actually pretty dope. So definitely check her out. So definitely check that out. It's
a vibe all by itself.
Yeah.
I love Janae. She definitely comes through.
So Romeo, I know I don't want to switch subjects too fast, but what did you say when you ended the corona report? If you don't mask up, then what?
When he did his report on the beach streets of Miami, he said, "If you don't wear a mask, I will be seeing your ass." So shout out to Death. He was doing a good report on the beach because clearly Florida needs to get together.
So the Grim Reaper held a press conference.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
He's
on the beach.
On the beach.
You got to remember, Florida is a battleground state. So it's kind of like when I was interviewing the mayor Bottoms the other day. It's like all of us just want to win. So let's focus on the win, y'all. Like, out of all this conversation, do not get distracted. Don't worry about what pop star is doing what. Find somebody that didn't vote in the last election. Make sure they vote early. Let's stay on our game. Do not get distracted. Let's make sure we're on the mission. We definitely won't. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm saying let's pray for Florida, because yesterday they had 14,000 cases of coronavirus and 156 deaths in the state of Florida. And again, DeSantis is the governor. He also won't issue a mask mandate, and he wants the kids to return to school in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that us repeating those facts in Republican states led by Republicans is good. I mean, I think that it's just a fact. They've decided exactly where they're going to be, Amir. They are not getting ready to change. Whatever is coming out of the White House is surfacing in Georgia, in Florida, in most of those states where they've just decided they have drawn a line.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Florida, it makes scientific fact. It makes scientific sense. You have a very old population. Why wouldn't it have higher numbers? Like at the end of the day, you have individuals who are choosing to actually frolic on the beach around senior citizens. And that's their industry. So it's kind of hard to be a tobacco farmer and then say, I hate smoking. It's hard to be a sunshine state and not say I'm party. I mean, some of the things that we talk about it, like, I don't understand why they're going to the beach. That's their whole lifestyle, the beach. You know, it's senior citizens down there. People have moved down there. So right now, it only makes sense that individuals over 80, and I'm sure if you do it, we should probably look at the age population. It's an issue. You know, all of a sudden Arizona popped up. Well, a lot of senior citizens in Arizona.
Arizona popped up. Sure did.
You know, it makes sense. You know, if you got an aging population, scientifically speaking, you know, I think those are the things we've got to really think about. But I love it. It's Friday. I'm not even into any Debbie Downer talk. They can do whatever they want. We're going to promote staying in place to educate our community. But I really want to make sure by next Friday we have the hot looks, because I need you to start pulling some hot looks off IG, Ty, so we can talk about hot and not, you know, because I be seeing a whole lot of thoughts coming up on my IG. You know, I think we should bring work it off, you know, Romeo.
You heard him.
Did you say thoughts or thoughts?
Yeah, did you say thoughts or thoughts?
Thoughts. These is thoughts. I see a whole lot more thoughts showing up in my feed on IG.
Oh, no.
I think we might need to do a Friday twerk competition just to kind of get everybody.
Yeah, Romeo love that. Romeo got you on that.
You call right now.
I know you got it.
I'll go like this. No.
No.
Take me off camera.
9 o'clock.
I'm just saying.
You got it, Romeo?
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, don't give me that look.
I'm just gonna remove myself off camera.
Me too. That's how I feel about watching some IG. Like, it's coming through my feed. I don't want to see that.
Hey,
I do not want to see that.
We need some education, right? We need some education to show the ladies and men.
Oh God, belly.
Watch this.
Like belly.
It's okay. They're being free. They're being free, Munson.
No. Munson, tell me if this is true or not. You don't even ask for it, and it just pop up. They just give it.
Oh God, I'm like, I'm just worried that everybody's gonna eat a lot of ice cream, come out of here, and we're not gonna be a healthier community at the end of the day. And that really bothers me. But at any rate, our guest is here, I'm sure. Much love to you guys. I know you're doing phenomenal. Ty, Cassidy, Romeo, Amir. This is the wake-up call, and I'm sure they're bringing our guest on real soon. You guys have a great time. See you in a little while.
All right.
Good morning, rollingout.com. Shout out to Corey, Emmanuel Glaze, Corey Jones, Iris Baker, Kathleen Collin, and Gina Marr checking in on Facebook.
And we have our guest on, Heaven Hightower.
Hello,
actress, model, author. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I just want to introduce everyone on my panel. Ty Cooper, Romeo International. So we're super excited to have you. Happy Friday, and we're looking forward to discussing your career and everything you have going on. So tell everybody just a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you stated, I am a model actress. I am also an entrepreneur. I am an author, a motivational speaker, and a praise dancer.
And
And
you're
so
14 years old, right?
I'm 14 years old, and I all started this out with modeling at the age of 6, 7. And also, I have just been in the life of being busy as a young age person, because everybody in my age range doesn't do a lot of the stuff that they should be doing, because it also brings up you it brings you to have more succession in your future. So you got to think about that.
Definitely. You've been extremely busy, like you said, since the age of 6 years old. You're 14 years old now. So you've been on your grind. It's not many 14-year-olds out here who are models, actresses, entrepreneurs, and authors. So shout out to you for sure. And I think you definitely have an inspiring story. Um, so tell us a little bit about how you got into the industry. Just, what was the inspiration for you at such a young age? Obviously, it was like your mom or whoever pushing you. But once you became of age, what inspired you to stay in this?
Well, once you get into it, it's either you're in or you're out. And I was in to do whatever it took for me to become a professional this or that. So it was really what I wanted to do. And also with the acting, my mom was the one who wanted to try it out. So soon we found out that was God's gift for me. Another gift that came up. And also authoring. So just try out things. You never know.
Absolutely. Romeo, Ty.
Yeah, I love how you are, like you said, just try out things, right? So a lot of people get stuck and they feel like they're in a box. And they may have many talents, but they don't know how to I guess use each and every talent and successfully, right? Or they don't know which one to put out there first. So I love your story. Tell me or explain to us, what do you go through? Like, how do you get through exercising or finding out all of those talents and how to use them on different platforms? Because I saw you on New York Fashion Week runway. I was like, oh my
Yes.
gosh. So I remember you from there. I was actually at New York Fashion Week too. So I was just very excited to see you on that platform. So can you kind of go through what pushes you to pull out all of those talents and not put yourself in a box?
Well, first of all, God, and my mom especially, because she's on it all the time, 24/7. She's the reason I'm up right now. She's the reason.
Shout out to mom.
Right.
Shout out to her because I love her and I want to thank her for everything. And my PR, Mr. Cody Clark, because mainly she's my manager. She's the one who's been on it constantly. Because this whole week I had interviews. So I'm very appreciative of that because I know everybody, even grown adults, are still trying to get it to the point where they're on rolling out. So I am very, very appreciative of this right now. So I would like to thank you guys as well for bringing me on here.
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
mom. What is your
Yeah.
mother's name? Give her a shout out.
Miss Tanika Porter. Yes. She's
Okay.
right over here.
Hey, Mom.
Mama.
Right here.
Dear
Now,
mama.
Heaven, now
Go ahead,
Heaven,
Romeo.
Heaven, I need you to smile. You're looking real serious right now. It's 8 something in the morning. I need you to turn up. Okay, there you go. You're a young, beautiful, black, talented young woman. So we appreciate you for that. But on top of that, you got to tell me the secret now. Who is your favorite artist? Don't be trying to hide the secret from us. Who do you like? You with Chris Brown, Drake? Who do you like?
I like everything.
Heaven,
Who's on your playlist?
who's on your playlist? Yeah, tell us.
I have a lot of R&B,
Okay.
rap, pop.
Okay.
I like listening to kind of everything.
Okay. I just wanted to double check because you look like you're having some fun over there. I know your mama in the background. She probably got some Lionel Richie or something. I don't know. Just
Some classics. But we definitely want to talk about some of the other things you're doing. You're about to be in this exemplifies you and who you are, but you're about to star in Sherry Johnson's film Black Girl Magic, set to release later this year. Tell us a little bit about this role.
Well, I'm featuring in the movie as one of the mean girls, and she named me after my name, Heaven. So basically, it's about fantasy and witches. So basically, there's this one witch. Her name is Morgan, and she's the daughter of two strong witches. Well, one strong witch is with the mom is a witch and the dad is a human. So she's trying to still figure out her powers. And there's some mean girls, of course, in the Witch Academy, who's of course gonna tease and taunt her about how not having all her powers and stuff. And there's gonna be some witches who help her. And also it stars big stars such as Donna Visco, who's been in Saints and Sinners, and also Ambitious, Mike Bless, and Beverly Evans, who's also been in Ambitious as well. So it's going to be a nice film, like really nice. And just, I'll keep it up to date on my page. And it's very, 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 very fantasizing and nice, a little nice movie to watch. So
we're looking forward to it. We love all your Black Girl Magic and everything you're doing. Just tell everybody quickly before we get out of here where they can follow you.
They can follow me, Model Heaven 1, the number 1, on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Facebook, Model Actress Heaven Hightower.
Awesome.
Okay,
Well, thank you so much, Heaven. Keep on doing
Thank
your
you,
thing.
Heaven. And keep up the awesome and amazing philanthropy work that you are doing in community outreach with helping the orphans. Amazing work. Amazing work. Thank you.
Thank you.
stay
I
in
really
trouble.
appreciate you guys.
No problem.
Appreciate you as well. Take care.
Thank
I think
you.
that is. Hey, Cass, I think that is just so cute, Ty.
She's on her grind. So definitely
She
at a
is.
young age, she's like, I'm about all these different things I got to focus on. And she said it. A lot of kids aren't focused on, getting that money and,
A lot
doing what
of
they're
adults
passionate about.
aren't
A lot
focused on it.
Right, Ty. A lot of adults.
Yeah,
She got
tell
like
it, Ty.
5 jobs and she's getting to it. So shout out to her. I'm
She
sure she's
got
gonna
titles after
Yeah.
titles. I was like, oh, I
said,
love
okay.
that though, because and a lot of the times we put ourselves in a box and we don't look outside of that box. We're like, okay, I got to stay in this lane. No, if
Mhm.
it is a God-given talent or gift or even something you just want to pursue, do it. Like this
Yeah.
today isn't promised to us. So no, just do it. She was very inspirational when it comes to everything that she is doing.
And that
And shout out
young,
to
those young years are the best time to figure
Right.
it out. Get into all those different sports and hobbies.
and shout out to Ty, because she brought up an actually good point about the young lady's mother. And shout out to my mom, your mom, Muncie Steve mom. Like I know
My
a lot of
mama.
people don't experience, but I said your mom, Cass. I said our mom.
Oh, okay.
But I know a lot of people don't have this type of experience. But our parents and our family, they stayed on our ass for us
Right.
to be great. And I really wish other people would have had that type of experience as well. But I shout out to her mama and our mama for like staying on our ass, because that's what needs to happen these days.
Yeah.
Stay on his ass.
Right. That push that they need. Some parents feel like they don't need to do that. Well, some kids are just born with like a drive, but yeah.
Right.
I agree, Romeo. That push is definitely necessary with our generations today.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You got to be able to know what you like and what you don't like.
And shout out to her parents for definitely showing her the way to do it, because a lot of times you have kids who have talent, but they just don't know the route to take. And I think that's definitely important for the parents to like, okay, you can be an author, you can write a book, or you can act, you can do these different things. And so yeah, definitely a shout out to her parents for showing her the way.
Or your parents be like, oh, you gonna take this class because I said so.
Oh yeah, you get that.
Right. Oh, you going?
Get that beat down. Yeah, we got this belt.
Yeah, let me get this. Let me get this shoe.
You in high school in pottery class. Like, why am I in pottery?
Gotta learn something.
You better go in there and cook some cookies in that cooking class, right?
That cooking class.
That's so funny, but they don't even have that. Like home ec. I didn't have home ec. I wish they did.
Love
like
home ec. Like, yeah,
that's cool.
I
There's so many things that are. You did too? Why my high school didn't have home ec?
I failed it, but I took it.
Great.
Oh man, this is funny. Friday, man. Rollingout.com, man. Rolling Out Health IQ. Rolling Out Lunch and Learn. Rolling Out the Fit Club. Just roll out to all of those on rollingout.com right now. But we got a guest coming up. No, we have the video that AR was talking about.
Okay, we have a video.
Yeah, the video of the mock lynching in Kentucky that we were discussing.
Oh.
Okay, so
let's get after it. Cases are still going up. This virus has enormous capabilities. The federal government's quiet on too much.
Black lives do matter.
Too many people are getting the infection. Homo Prime Time, weeknights at 9 Eastern.
In Kentucky, anti-quarantine protesters hung the governor, Andy Beshear, in effigy on a tree outside the governor's mansion, and a warning that this video may be disturbing. This was a stuffed dummy, had a picture of the governor's face on it. The demonstration was advertised as a rally to exercise Second Amendment rights. One protester did eventually cut this down from the tree. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who is from Kentucky, is one of several Republicans condemning these tactics. Jerry Sevo James is a journalist who has been covering the Second Amendment rallies there in Kentucky. And you were there yesterday. You saw this. You called it chilling. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so just to give our viewers a little context on what happened. So this was in Kentucky. And we were comparing it to the situation that happened a few days ago with the Attorney General, of course, Portia and Tamika Mallory. They were arrested because they did a nonviolent sit-in at the Attorney General's house, and they were arrested and they were charged with felonies. And this was a situation that happened at the governor's mansion on his property, and they hung you can see it was his effigy. It was a mock lynching, and the people who were involved in the situation, they didn't get arrested. They never got charged. So we definitely want to just make sure that everyone, if they're going to enforce the law, that everyone has to pay the consequences of the other things that they do. Right. So moving forward, we have our next guest that's just entered. We want to give us the proper introduction.
Yes, so it's Friday. We always come in with the design and dialogue conversation, bring you guys Black designers, Black fashion entrepreneurs So we're excited today. We have a streetwear brand, Commas and Cents, and Seals. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good, good. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your brand.
Okay. Again, my name is Ant Seals. I am from Montgomery County, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. The brand is about 4 years old, fairly new. It's basically about the money, the mind, the way you think of your money, how you treat your money, and how your money can work for you. And just wanted to inspire, just create designs that inspire.
Definitely. There's a lot out there that are just, they don't really make you think about things. But like we see right now, the shirt you're wearing, Black Wall Street, caught my eye. So just tell us a little bit about that. It's something that a lot of people learned about just this year. So just discuss a little about the inspiration and why you thought this was important to put on a t-shirt.
Just basically with the climate, the current climate that's going on outside. I learned the majority about what I know just recently as well. I thought it was important to do some research. But to me, it aligns with what the brand is about, in a sense, just building our own and empowering and generational wealth, and just the importance of building a legacy to leave behind. And it's just important for us to do that and teach our children and the importance of coming together, sticking together, and really building something of importance.
I like the fact that you touched on building a legacy, but also too with your brand, you're building a legacy that is foundational and also educational. So I really love that about your brand. But can we get a good look at that shirt?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love
Let's see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's something on the back. Should I turn around? You want to see what's on the back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's see what's on the back.
Let me know if you can see it. I'm not sure.
Okay, these I see.
Can you see it?
Affluent African. Are those words, or is that
successful, self-sustaining, affluent, African American? I don't know. Community where businesses flourished as money recycled through the community for years. Let's all use our commas and cents, reclaim our greatness, and leave behind a legacy of resilience. Love it. And resilience and I think freedom? Prosperity. Okay. That's dope.
Thank you very much.
I love it. So Commas and Cents is on there. So that's the name of the brand. So break it down for us, how you came, about with, naming your brand Commas and Cents.
Well, outside of this, I also have another small business. So the entrepreneurial spirit is there. And I've always loved the way the word commas represented money. But as important as money is, it's a tool, to help you to do whatever it is you want to do. My focus is not just on making money. It's about, again, how I can make it work for me. So I didn't want the brand to be focused on money, money, money. And I just kept thinking commas and cents, dollars and cents, and commas and cents, just came to me.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
It's definitely catchy.
Thank you so much.
You remember it, yeah.
I want to talk about as far as like the you being in business. What's some of the mistakes that you made early, and some of the mistakes. What did you learn from your mistakes, and how did you continue forward in your business?
With commas and cents.
Yeah, what did you learn early on?
For me, I think I jumped out there too soon with too many different color options. Because the brand, it based on what it's about, I also wanted to be part of the sneaker culture, and because I am, and it's important to, again, one of our phrases is we want you to look at our designs and know exactly what you're going to wear with it. And I have a rack of sneakers, so it was important to me to have something to wear with everything that I have. And I think I jumped out there with too many options. And you had people asking, well, I like this, but can I get it with this color and that color? And customer service is everything. So, I had to make it happen. And we've learned to streamline it a little bit going forward. But I think if I could change anything, it'd probably to just go a little slower with all the color options that I offered.
That's a huge lesson, I think, for a lot of, fashion entrepreneurs coming out the gate. Like, you want your collection to be vast and like all the ideas you have, you want to drop, but like you got to see what the people like and then react to that.
Exactly.
So I think that's dope. But you also talked about, customer service. So I want to talk to you about, social media and kind of the role that plays in marketing in your business. So how are you using social media to, amplify your business?
Just constantly posting. I personally don't like social media at all. If it weren't for the business, I would not be on it personally. But just constantly posting. And I'm blessed to have a team of people around me who continue to repost for me and things like that. But if it weren't for social media, I don't think that I would have seen the success that I've seen thus far.
Yeah, it's almost necessary in this, time, especially like right now, even before the pandemic. It was important to have, but absolutely, I think it's definitely necessary now. And also too, we think about the brick and mortars that's out there. They're going away, or they've shut down or closed. So having that social media outlet or tech outlet or somewhere for, especially being a business owner, it's important to have an outlet for people to first, not just with customer service, but talk to them, but even in your business, communicate what's on your mind. Because I know as an artist, which you are, you created quite a few things, even with all of your brands now, and you get creative, and I know you're sensitive about your so you want to put your stuff out there in a very and when you want to, and social media allows you to do that, even though it becomes a nuance every now and again, but it's very, very, very beneficial for your business right now. So I'm sure that you are like, it's a love and hate relationship with this social media thing right now, right?
100%. But it's necessary, and I appreciate, what it's there for. But I don't get too personal on it.
Stay about the business.
That's right.
Well, we really appreciate you joining us today for Design and Dialogue. Tell everybody where they can follow your brand and go purchase and support your business.
So on Instagram, we're commas.and.sense. Facebook is Commas and Sense. The website is www.commasandsense.com. You can email me, shop@commasandsense.com, if you have any questions. And again, thank you guys so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining and sharing your business insight.
No problem.
All right, take care.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right.
I want a shirt. I didn't even know shirt.
I know. I think that shirt is dope.
Yeah, that shirt was super dope.
See,
I think go ahead, Ty.
I like the fact that she was very transparent and honest about her not liking social media. Like she was like, I got a business and I have to do it right now. But a lot of people shy away from it because social media right now is the thing. Like you feel like, oh, I have to do it. But Cass, I think you talked about it a little bit too. You can slow walk it. Like it's your baby. And you don't have to come out with everything right now. You don't have to drop everything on social media right now. But I really appreciate her honesty with that. She was like, I'm not telling my business. I'm only going to talk about at least my personal business. I'm only going to talk about my business and that's it.
I think people like to connect though, like with the business and with the founder or the, whoever is the creator. I think people like that connection. But I definitely feel a lot of people don't like social media. But for your business, I think it's super important.
It's necessary, yeah. And you can go ahead, Romeo.
I used to be on my brother every day. I used to be on my brother every day. I know. I used to be on him about that social media, man.
The thing about social media is that, it can become a task. And if you're not, and if you're so focused on doing that, you can actually take away from your own creativity. So it's like, you got to kind of balance the two where it's like, okay, should I be writing another chapter in my book or should I be posting on social media? So it's like, as an artist, I'm really, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're trying to, that tug of war between being creative for something that's a bigger project versus being creative for a 60-second Instagram clip. So you got, it's a tug of war. So
I think that's why like scheduling apps are so important, because you could be like, all right, I'm about to schedule my post for the week, and I can, I'm gonna sit here for 20 minutes and do that, and then go about my business. But that's why a lot of people also have like social media managers and stuff like that, because like you said, it's definitely a task to sit there and then not only that, but engage with the people who are liking, commenting, DMing. So for sure.
And it can become a rabbit hole, because you post something that's controversial, and then everybody's commenting, and you got to go back and forth, and it's like you done spent 2 hours. You're like, damn, I done wasted 2 hours of my day arguing with somebody. So
20 minutes turn into 2 hours, right?
Right.
Facts. Only thing I said was I don't like the color blue. Why is everybody attacking me for not liking blue?
Right. It's not blue, it's aqua.
Yeah, right. People on social media definitely like to argue. That's one thing for sure.
I mean, these people have time. Where they find this time?
All the time.
Where they find this time?
But now they really have the time. Like,
oh my
God.
That is so hilarious. And I got to give credit though, because Ty brought this up. Our guest is here. Oh, snap! Let me get ready, man.
Get ready.
Good Lord.
Gotta change my voice, AR.
Right.
Hey, Ty, we have
let's drop the trailer before we bring on our guest.
Yeah.
And this is the trailer for Influence by Carl Weber.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We ready for the trailer? Are we ready?
Romeo's excited.
Yep. Matter of fact, hold on one second.
Oh no.
You know, we're not fancy like you people down here at Hudson and Hudson. We work for a living.
How's the best lawyer money can buy?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On if you're ready to pay your fucking bill, you deadbeat piece of shit.
Order.
Would you please answer the question? Did you lie to me
Lamont,
10 times
I
about
lied to
sleeping
you
with my
9 or 10 times
please.
to protect Savannah.
Still on for Saturday night?
I haven't decided yet.
No, you should recuse yourself.
This is the biggest case of my career. And you should recuse yourself.
Hey, boss. That's done.
Good.
Good morning, sunshine.
I've been calling and texting you all morning. Your father and your brother, they'll be out of the office for at least another hour. Okay, so find your panties and get your ass to work. Goodbye.
Hey, drama.
That's Influence.
Drama. So we have two guests here from this wonderful show, wonderful project. I want you to Drew. I want you to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Drew.
Yes.
There we go. Good
There we go.
morning.
Good morning, beautiful.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, there's Romeo.
Got that deep, sexy voice in the morning time.
Romeo,
Romeo?
he done spruced it up for you.
I know.
Put on his special interview hat.
Yeah. It's right now. It's just us. I don't even see nobody else. It's just us.
Oh
Drew.
goodness. Well,
So
Todd, we see you. We see Drew. We see everybody.
Yeah. Hey,
How are you?
So good morning.
Anthony, how are you?
Yeah, Todd. Hey, Todd. Go ahead.
Todd and Drew, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, introduce the show, so we can get this thing going. You go ahead. You go first, Drew.
Well, Drew Sidora here. You know me, Chi-Town girl. You can catch me in Influence on BET. It's an awesome adaptation of Carl Weber, New York Times bestselling author. And I'm just excited to be a part of this all-star cast. And along with my bro, Todd Anthony.
Yeah. I'm Todd Anthony, Philly guy. I'm also excited to be a part of Influence. It's streaming now on BET Plus, so if you haven't seen it, you can go there and watch it. And yeah, man, I'm excited to be here and share this interview with my sis Drew. It's been a minute.
I know, man. Congratulations on the baby too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats.
I was like,
Thank
you're
you.
not
Thank you.
sleeping anyway right now, so you just been up anyway, right? With the baby.
Listen, you see these? You see this, right?
Boy or girl?
Girl, little girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
man.
Shout out to the girl dads.
Yeah.
So we want to get into this project, man. How were you guys introduced to this project?
Go ahead, Drew. I'll let you
I
know.
was introduced, I've worked with Tridestin. Shout out to Tridestin Studios. They are awesome and amazing, doing great content. Of course, we've seen, the family business. We're familiar. I actually was in Preacher's Son and the choir director with Christian Keys, Khalid Smith, and worked with Trey Haley, our director. So when this project came about, I got a call from Trey Haley. I read the script and was just like, I want to be a part of it. It's an amazing story seeing an African-American prominent family. And it's suspenseful. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it is a storyline that's super juicy. It shows family, it shows family dynamics, the struggle, power struggle, money. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful family show. And I just was humbled that they asked me to be a part of it. So that's how I came to be. And of course, in the likes of all of the cast, I was just honored to be a part of it. But that's how I came to be a part of Influence.
Yeah, for me, same. I had worked with Tridestin, and again, yes, Tridestin is awesome. They put out great projects. Yes. I worked on one of their projects prior to, and a most recent project that I did called Angrily Ever After. Larissa, the rep at BT, was one of the producers on that, and this rolled around. And she brought my name up in the hat, not even realizing that I had worked with Tridestin already. And so she was like, this guy would be perfect for this. And they were like, oh, that's the family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that fell in my lap. And then again, it's what I like about this project? Rarely do you see an all-Black law firm that's family, that takes care of their business. So in the same, the cast is just amazing. So I was like, man, I'm in there. Yeah, I ain't even had to think twice about it.
Yep.
It was funny how Drew, you said it's definitely a suspense. Let's add thriller on there too, because it keeps you on the edge of your seat, especially when she said, find your pennies and get your to work. I was like, oh.
So real. That's Carl Weber for you though. He's gonna have those twists and turns to where I was reading the script like, who is it? Like, who did it? I don't know. It is not predictable at all. So you can expect more of that. That's just what Carl Weber does. But like Todd said, it's truly a family and everybody is super, super uber talented. So the response has been amazing. So I appreciate, y'all for doing this and shedding light, because we need Black leads. We need Black projects, Black content, our stories to be told. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. It's a new story being told. And so far the response has been incredible.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wanted to ask you guys, so like you said, Todd, this is a legal, drama. It's based in law and a Black law firm. So like, what was it like for you guys prepping for this film? Was there any like additional research you guys had to do? Did you have to tap some Black lawyers? What was it like prepping for these roles?
For me, I watched a lot of Philadelphia. I watched Denzel play this lawyer, and I was like, okay, let me borrow a little bit of that and put it into my own little mix of what I like to do. And and then also just the whole family aspect of it, that just comes naturally. It reminds me of my family when every family has their drama, but coming from the law perspective, it was easy for me to kind of just fall right in, because you got Roger Guinevere Smith, he's a vet, he comes on, he can play anything. Drew, who is amazing, right? And then Khalida is just Khalida, not only is she a beast, but Khalida is hilarious. She's hilarious.
You gotta
so,
try to keep a straight face with her. It's like, we supposed
oh
to be
my,
serious. Stop.
in the most serious scenes, she'll be cracking jokes right before, and then she's stone faced. So it's like it was a good mixture. But like I said, for me, I watched some Law and Order, and then I watched a lot of Philadelphia.
That's what's up.
Definitely. Romeo?
I fell in love with Drew when it came to oh, my fault, did I say that too loud? I'm sorry. I fell in love with Drew when it came to Step Up. And you know, I was locked in then because I thought about us. I wanted to ask though, do you still like musically create? Because I know that you are so beyond talented, and I know for a fact that you are just so great at everything you do. Thinking about me, so I just want to know: do you still musically create?
The answer to that being, and I appreciate that. The answer is yes. Music. I was just telling someone, I'm like, music is something that, you know, if you shove it in a closet, it's gonna creep out. Like, music is so a part of me, and a lot of people don't even know that I do music. But people that do believe in me, a lot of people have been pushing me to put out new music. So since this whole COVID, you know, and the pandemic has happened, since I've been quarantined, I have been recording nonstop. So I am putting out an EP later this year. I have a distribution deal through Empire. So I'm super excited and blessed to have another opportunity at it. I'll make sure y'all get the record. I have an amazing record, amazing production team. So yes, later this year, you will be hearing music from me, and I'm just
love it.
Any songs about me? Just
all of them, boo. All, you know, I was like writing, and I had your face. It just kept, you know what I mean? Like, so when you hear it, you're gonna definitely feel the connection. I promise.
Oh goodness.
Thank you. Oh, Amir, go ahead, Amir.
So go to social, Romeo. We got some comments on social.
Oh, I forgot about social. Shout out to D Turner says, good morning, everybody. Randy Fleen says, I don't have BET Plus, but the movie is going to be on. Is the movie going to be on regular TV, regular BET? Todd?
Yes, it is. I think the date is to be determined, but it is coming to regular TV.
Yeah.
And Iris Baker says she loves you guys. She loved the movie. And Kathleen Collin is checking it.
Definitely.
Thank you for the support.
Definitely. I want to get back to the I guess the aspect of you know, the roles that you guys are playing. We talk about as far as, you know, being in a legal field, and so many people are inspired to become lawyers. When people see this film and this show, how do you want this to inspire like young blacks to actually be in a legal field? Folks forget that, you know, people like Thurgood Marshall, they were very important in the civil rights movement because they were able to do things from a legal standpoint. So how do you want this show to kind of inspire the next generation of legal activists?
Drew, you want me to go or you want to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, it's simple, and I think it's so important in the times that we're in right now for our faces to be in the legal field, because everything that's going on with police brutality, with you know, discrimination, a lot of times we don't have someone that looks like us representing us, and the same goes for when a police officer is represented. A lot of times they have their union rep, right? So I think we definitely need to be represented more, because it's unfortunate that we always get the short end of the stick. We don't always have to be athletes. We don't always have to be, you know, in entertainment, even though I love entertainment, but we need to be represented across all fields, whether it's legal, medical, etc. So if anything, I would want a young black male, young black female to watch this and say, man, I can actually do that and make a difference, or these are my strong suits, and this seems like the career path I need to take. So
definitely. Ty?
I really like, first of all, I know I pointed out, Drew, about the whole thriller piece, but I also like Ty, when you as a lawyer, like you had stone face a lot and you were like coming at it. But what I really like about this movie is that it really represented more so of just the truth. And even on different levels, as you're dealing with family members or you're dealing with politicians or attorneys, it really goes to and speaks primarily to a bit of the truth, a bit of the honesty that people don't get to see a lot of the time. So that's where, I like that it started to, the movie started to take you. It's like, oh, okay, so they going there. Like, okay, they telling it. Oh, okay. So that's what I really like, because you don't see that a lot in, in movies. But I love the fact that it's all black cast, and like we're in these powerful roles as well. And it's really speaking the truth. So in our day-to-day lives, that it's not so like unreal that you're not really connecting with a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
So I really love that part or that piece of the movie. But as you were preparing, Drew, for your role, how did you do that? Like, tell me exactly, like, where did you channel? Who did you channel? How did you like pull that out of you?
Well, I was channeling, the infamous Kerry Washington, because what I love, what I loved about Desiree was that she was very stoic. She was very strong. She was intelligent, and she was in her professional role. I loved it because, like you said, she was very truthful. She was very honest. Yeah. She showed her brokenness. She showed her flaws. She showed her womanness, her sexy and her side of trying to indulge, I guess, may I say, into that relationship area.
Yeah.
That scene, right?
Right.
And I felt that was like the voice for the women. It's like, I'm trying to be professional and I'm balancing my family life, and I work for my father, and it's political and I can't let him find out. So it's that we all experience, that I felt that's how I connected with her and made her so real. It wasn't just seeing her in a professional light, but also seeing her in her mistakes and seeing her in her growth. And I think that's what people will connect with as we even dive more into that storyline and we understand the characters and their past and their backgrounds and just how we were all interconnected. So that's what made me love her. She was so colorful and so honest, even when she was wrong, she was emotional.
Right.
And being in that arena where it's male dominated and you're fighting for people's lives that are on the line, when you have that emotional aspect, I think that was the dynamic with even my brother and I, our character. He was very on the side of, hey, this is the law, this is what we have to do. And I was being a woman and going off of my feelings and my intuition that may or may not be right at certain times. So that balance, I think, was what makes the show, so powerful.
Yeah, definitely relatable. Definitely. Yes.
We got Charles Kennedy in from Facebook saying, "Yo, Todd, proud of you, bro." So you getting all the love too, my man. Good job,
Charles. Appreciate it, bro.
Definitely. But we want to thank you guys for joining us. Before we let you guys go, let everybody know first where they can see the film, and also give us your social handles so we can also follow you there. Let's go, Drew.
I'll go. Go ahead, Drew. I
was just gonna say, Catch Influence is streaming. Follow for updates. BET Plus. If you don't have it, make sure you get it. BET. They are keeping it in rotation, so we love you guys to support, follow us, comment, but definitely check out Influence. Get the app. You won't be disappointed. And my Twitter and my Instagram is @DrewSadora. So look me up, follow me, and stay connected.
Yeah, just like she said, look, Catch Influence on BT Plus. It will be coming to BT as well, but like we said, it's on BT Plus streaming right now. So go stream it, watch it. And me as well. I'm at @_Todd Anthony on all platforms.
Definitely. There we have it. And with you guys, thanks so much for joining us this morning. And we definitely gonna check this out, man. Want the people to really follow this project, man, because it's definitely exciting. And appreciate you guys for coming on today.
Love your
thank
hair,
y'all for having
Drew.
us,
It's
man.
so beautiful and lioness, darling. I love the curls.
Thank you. You know, I tried some color too. I see your color, the summer color pop.
Just
You
a
know?
little bit.
I did
Love
a
it.
little something. I did a little something
Okay.
different too. Just in case, y'all. Nah.
There you go, bro. I see.
Nice shape up. You got a good shape.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Love you, Drew. Bye, Drew.
Hey, I'm gonna send you music, so you let me know what you think.
Yes, Drew. Whatever you say.
Amazing. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Take
Appreciate
care.
it.
That made my Friday. I'm good. Later, y'all.
Yeah,
See y'all later.
We're knowing. He done dipped
Did
off.
you really put that black hat on?
And then he said,
Hey man, I thought you were gonna put on a suit, man. I thought you were gonna put on a full suit.
I'm telling you, it was doing the T.I. lean.
Okay then. All right, I see.
Shout out to Iris Baker, man. Iris, I was going for it. Iris, I'm just saying, look, my brother AR told me life is short. You better start shooting out there. I better get in the gym. You better get in the gym. Let's go.
Hey man, you know my thing is you got to take high percentage shots though. You know.
Very true.
You gotta take the, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't be Trey Young, man. You can't pull up from half court, man. You gotta go in there and dunk it, man. If there's a dunk, take it, man. You know. gotta be high percentage, man. You know, that's good. That's important.
All righty.
Definitely important.
Keeping it real on this Friday, Amir.
Oh man.
Hey, man, I want my brother to win. I want my brother to win at all times.
Good advice. Good advice.
Score, that's all.
Rolling out that, shout out to everybody on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. If you tuned in to the four of us right now, we trying to get y'all there this morning. We trying. We gonna get y'all there. So what we got coming up next?
We have another guest coming. We still wait for another guest, but we have a little time to kind of speak a little bit. So we didn't get to talk about this. Megan Thee Stallion.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Megan,
it's getting crazy. I don't know where to go anymore. I'm lost. I'm real confused. So for people who don't know, let's just
tell the people, guys.
So Sunday, I'm trying to catch you up kind of fast. Sunday evening, Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, they're hanging out at a party in Hollywood. Tory Lanez ends up getting arrested for gun possession. Megan Thee Stallion is allegedly arrested, but she wasn't. She was supposedly stepped on a glass and cut her foot, rushed to the hospital. Then Wednesday, she posted, all the stories that were coming out are inaccurate. I was shot on Sunday. I didn't step on glass. I was shot, taken to the hospital. She had to have surgery to get a bullet removed from her foot. There was some video that came out on TMZ of her like hobbling in the street. Tory Lanez was on the ground. So super crazy. Now, allegedly, apparently someone said, I don't even know who said this, but allegedly Tory Lanez is being accused of being the shooter from some altercation that happened in the car, I believe. So it's getting real crazy. I don't really know where to go with it. I don't really know what's the truth, but I need it to come out. But in Megan's post, she also said like she was really grateful to be alive. And she mentioned the fact that it was an eye opener. Like this whole experience was an eye opener for her. I don't really know what that means, but these are things that she said. So we're just all up in the air right now, trying to figure out
what happened. Right. It just reminds me, y'all gonna laugh when I say this, but it reminds me of Harlem Nights when they had shot.
I'm telling you,
Eddie Murphy had shot on top.
Who shot Megan? We need to know. And her fans are on Twitter accusing this person, that person. They trying to find out who did it.
Yeah.
See, that's a problem I'm having though, Cass and AR. So Tory Lanez ain't catching the better end of this stick. And I don't think you want Megan Thee Stallion fans on your ass. Like he don't got those type of fans.
They are on it.
Well,
they
well, it's
really
deeper
trying to figure
than that,
out the culprit.
It's deeper than that because and we gotta use the word allegedly. So allegedly, they said that she was attempting to leave, and he shot her in the foot while she was attempting to leave. Now this is alleged. Now the thing is this, if carrying a gun in LA, that's a felony, and if he shot her, that's another felony. So he could be looking at prison time in California, and you talk about California, that's San Quentin, which is one of the roughest prisons in America. So it's like, now we got, you got to think about this thing. So this thing can actually lead to jail time if this was actually the case. So, and we also want to talk about, domestic violence as well, because that's a big issue. It's like, if this was the case where he shot her in the foot because she was leaving, that's a domestic violence situation. Like, why are you shooting a woman because she was choosing to leave you? Or she's choosing not to be with you. So
hold on now. Wait a minute, because let's not jump to conclusions, because we don't know if he shot her in the foot because she was trying to leave, like you said.
That's the story, alleged story.
Right, it's allegedly. So let's not even go there, because I would hate to think that he would shoot somebody in the foot, unless it was by mistake. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe he was going for the glove compartment or trying to stop her. I don't know. I'm trying to make up.
Yeah, and the story is really crazy, because that night that this whole incident happened, he actually got arrested. So that's one thing that happened. And then what she reported to the LAPD is that she stepped on a piece of glass. From what I've seen in reports. But she came back on Wednesday saying that she was actually shot. So there's a lot of things that needs to be clarified in this.
And Cassie, so you got to think about it. So in that post, she also said when she was shot, the person who shot her meant to do harm
her. Yes,
meant to harm her. She put that in. So she didn't. It was an act. She never named the person, but she did say that the person who shot her meant to do harm. And so there's several.
It doesn't look good.
It don't look good.
It doesn't look good.
Several prominent publications have alleged that Tory Lanez shot her because she was leaving the way. And like, we want to say the word allegedly, because we want to make sure that this thing plays out. But there's a lot of things going on with this case. It stinks.
Yeah, something's not right
bad
about
all
it.
the way around.
2020 is wet. I'm telling y'all.
2020 is out of control. Let's just say that.
Wow.
Very, very out of control.
You gotta stay prayed up in 2020.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Todd, say that again. They didn't hear you in the back. They didn't say that.
Look, gotta stay prayed up.
Every day, it's like
Every
y'all
day.
talking about me throwing punches the other day. 2020 is throwing punches for real.
Yeah,
you can't even dodge them at this point.
Shots. It's past punches now, Cassidy. I think it's like shots fired.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shots fired. It's stuff that we're not even expecting. No one expected this.
No, it's literally the most random.
Like
just like, I don't know. But we have a guest.
What's going on? Welcome to Rolling Out AM. Unmic yourself and get down. Hey. No, hey. Cash, you can move your hands too. Hey. Hey. Friday. What's going on? Romeo, you got to come back to this. We tell you. What's going on?
Loving your hair. Oh, my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love color. We were talking about color earlier, and that blonde is popping. Love it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I just, this is my morning look. Try to get up and put it all together. So it came
You
together
didn't
good
try.
this morning.
You did it.
It did good this morning.
Right.
And we appreciate you. We
days.
appreciate you joining us, coming on this morning.
Yeah.
We know it's early. But we're glad you're hanging out.
Because Porcelain,
Yeah.
if you telling me you wake up glowing in the morning, I need to come because you wake up just glowing. That's what you do in the morning time.
You know, getting rest really helps. You know what I'm saying? Getting rest, going to bed early. I knew I had a long day today, so I was like, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta make sure I go to bed early, and that helps. So that's the only way I get up with a glow. Other than that, I'm gonna get up dried up, looking real dried up if I go to bed late.
I understand.
I feel you
Right,
on
you
that.
gotta go to
Rest
bed early. I
is
get up, man. How y'all doing?
well,
Well,
Porcelain,
ask Cass.
please
Go ahead.
ask what, Romeo?
No, I said as you were saying.
Oh
going
yeah,
back to
yeah.
you.
Definitely got to get your rest. It's essential, and drink your water, all that good stuff. But we appreciate you joining us this morning. Please tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Memphis. My name is Porcelain. I'm a singer, songwriter. I've been doing it for about 12 years. I did, it's so many things that I feel like I've accomplished over a short time span or over my musical career. I've done 106 in Park in 2010. And you know, to make a long story short, it kind of led me up to this point where I'm here sitting with you guys, and I'm excited. Obviously, I skipped a lot, but that's
definitely. But you definitely have been working. You got some Billboard chart topping songs that were out, top 12 Billboard singles, including Lois Lane. So we definitely don't want to skip over, all the stuff you've been doing. So shout out to that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's been a really, really amazing journey. Just, beginning to solidify myself in the industry and just really building my name, and people really starting to know me more and more. And I'm getting approached more and more about how much people really appreciate the music. So I'm very, very happy and grateful for that.
So I heard you say you were from Memphis. So is the M-Town representing? Like, are they behind you? Are you seeing a lot of love come from your home city?
Yeah, you know what? I really do. And no matter where I go in the world, I know that I have my core support. I know Memphis, they were the first people to rock with me. When I started professionally in 2010, and they continue to do that. And it means the world to me that I have them behind me. So yeah, my friends and my family, and I get a lot of Memphis love. So that means a lot.
I know Memphis has some serious roots as it relates to music and blues and like, so I know it's a vibe. It's a vibe from
blues,
Memphis.
soul, rap.
Yeah.
We got your single Grimy queued up. We're gonna play a little bit of it, and then we're gonna get to some more questions.
Okay.
Are we queued up and ready?
Yeah.
I showed you real love and you played me. I raised my voice and tried to fight back, you call me crazy. You in my good DM like she wasn't gonna tell me. You know you foul, look at your face right now. Beautiful. How could you do me wrong when I helped you all along? Nigga, I brought you in my home. You did that shit on your own. You did that shit on your own, dog. Matter of fact, I'm about my clothes.
I'm gonna do a mix to this today. That's dope.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a mix to this today and send it to you. I do have a question though, because me and Cass in the City, we talk about this, and Ty actually brought this up earlier in regards to social media, and you brought it up. Being that the fact that you are being recognized more and the music is out there more, and the world is in a secure state, and you have to be more social. How do you, as an artist, mentally prepare to be more socially active? Because like you said, you're recognized more, so there's more comments, there's more insights, there's more people's opinion, there's just more of everything at one time. Like, how do you mentally prepare for that growth?
Well, to be truthfully honest, I just try my best to stay engaged. I try to keep in mind that people, regardless of what's going on, you know, you would be socially locked in if none of this was happening. Maybe a little bit less, but some people honestly were locked in a lot more then as well. So, I mean, I feel like it's an opportunity to be creative. I'm up for the challenge, and you have to, I feel like in any condition, people still want to listen to music. People still want, you know, they want their favorite artists or people, you know, who they potentially support. They want them to be, you know, checking up on them, checking up on their mental state, connecting with them, letting them know they're not alone and everybody's going through the same thing. And we're all trying to make that transition. So I've just pretty much just tried to stay, you know, positive and engage with them. And it's been a lot, honestly. It's more work than it would be. A lot more work than it would be, you know, if you were out traveling, and it kind of forces you to be creative. So I just, you know, been keeping myself positive and motivated, and that's what's been keeping me the right spirits to do it, you know, not really getting sucked into all the negative things that are going on right now, and which is important because when you get sucked into that, it just takes you all the way down. And I'm not really trying to be in that space because I have people that are looking out for music that are like, you know what, where's she at? I can't have people, you know, thinking I done disappeared because it's a pandemic. And, you know, because a lot of artists, I mean, there are some that aren't really making as much noise. And I know that things will, you know, I have faith, and I know things will definitely go back to normal if everybody do what they're supposed to do. We can all be out soon having a good time. We just got to follow the protocol, and when that time wear your mask, you know what I'm saying? And when that time comes up, you know, I just want people to know, you know, she's been grinding the whole time. She stayed engaged, and it was really, really good. And it'll just be easier for those who can adapt to when they get back on the road, they'll be ready.
Look at those eyes, Ty. Look at that eyeshadow on the top of those eyes. She's coming.
Look, go ahead.
I know. We talked about her glow earlier.
I know, and I just love that color. What is that color combination she got on, Ty? She has that whole thing coming through. Them eyes.
I just call her a blonde bombshell. Like she just popping.
Oh, look.
With the color. I love it. Love it. So what was your inspiration behind your single, Grimy?
My inspiration, honestly, I recorded this song before the corona, like before it really got bad. And I was in the studio and I said, you know what? I'm working on my album, and I feel like every girl wants to hear one of those songs where you just telling it like it is. You just saying coming straight from the hip, you know, not really censoring or trying to say it in a certain way. And I said, I really want one of those records. I said, I had the records that are super, you know, emotional and heartfelt, but I don't just have no records just telling a dude off. I said, I just need to say what I feel. So, you know, I got in there, started writing, and my friend, who's actually a co-writer on the record as well. I have two of my really, really close friends. One is named Daenerys Holmes, who wrote Lois Lane. And one of my other friends, Brandon Christian. And we kind of we got together and we was like, you know what, before this gets really, really bad, you know, I'm thankful to be able to record. I want to take advantage of this opportunity and just, you know, let's just get in the studio. Let's not think about what's all the craziness going on, you know, before they shut everything down. Let's just start writing. So we started writing. I picked the track from a producer by the name of Top Ski. He's produced for Chris Brown, and he's a really good friend of mine. And so I picked the track and we just started vibing, and I recorded it. We wrote it that day. I recorded it that day, and I didn't know it would be a potential single or anything. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna say what I feel. You know, I know some people may not like it, but it's all good. I'm still gonna say what I feel. And it ended up being a single.
That's dope. It was definitely an organic success, sounds like.
It was. I'm really excited that everybody vibed with it like they did. It was like, man, you saying some real stuff. And I was like, that's what I was trying to do. So
She's
Mission
like,
accomplished.
getting it. That's a great thing. So
she like to cause trouble, Ty. I ain't finna fall for that pretty face. She like to cause trouble, Ty. Look, see.
Look, you see that finger?
She keeping it real. Don't. She's just keeping it real, like she said.
Right.
But we got
That's
a
awesome.
video of yours for Act Out queued up, so we're gonna play that right quick.
See, like Act Out. Oh man, y'all might have to Y'all might have to
get it together. But while we're waiting, just tell us like a little bit about this song, and then the video, a little bit about the inspiration before we get into it while they're queuing it.
Act Out actually dropped in February. I don't want to get it wrong. Like it dropped in February, and I feel like when I kind of started making the transition into actually having the opportunity to really just be creative like I wanted to. And, I knew I was coming into my project, my new album, which drops late September. And I said, you know what? I really want to show different sides of me. I want to show the darker sides. I want to show the lighter sides, but I feel like it's so many parts of a person. I didn't really want to be boxed in. So I started writing on something. I felt something. I was like, you know what? I really want people to feel me on this one too, but in a more so aspect of being vulnerable, being honest with yourself about love making you do crazy things. Because, whether people want to recognize it or not, when you are in love with somebody, you kind of sometimes lose control. You lose control of self. You do things you wouldn't do. And that's what Act Out was about. I feel like everybody, my producer, me, my writer, we was all like, going through it relationship wise. And I say, you know what? I feel some real just emotional, but in the aspects of being vulnerable. And I always, when I write songs, I always start at the point of how the track makes me feel and how I'm, able to connect with it from here. And once I think about how it makes me feel, that's kind of how my concepts always come about. And Act Out is one of those records. It's love will make you do crazy things. You want somebody who is going to be there for you regardless of the good times, and is going to show you that love that you want for yourself, that you're giving. And it just pretty much expresses how you're giving that, and this person is not able to reciprocate and love you the same way you love them. So that's what Act Out is about.
Come on, boy.
Okay, well, here we got it queued up.
Man. You know what? I'm about to act out.
Don't act out.
No, I will say this. The one thing that just drew me into what you just said, how you write. I find it beautiful when artists are able to take how they feel and put it on paper, because that's dangerous, because you actually are opening up yourself to, I think you know what I'm talking about. Like, you're actually opening up yourself to how people perceive it. So it's different when somebody writes a song for you and then you actually put yourself into a song. And
Right.
I think that's beautiful about what you just said, man, that you're able to share that part about you. So thank you for that. Like, I'm in.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's you got to be willing to be vulnerable. That's the one thing about it. And writers, if you're writing, you have to kind of be at that point where you're really able to connect with people. And I think a lot of artists, they are emotional, and a lot of writers are emotional because we have to connect with what people are going through. We have to be able to connect from here. If you're not sensitive to what's going on with the world, you can't connect with the world. You can't relate to them.
Right.
So in order for me to, be able to relate to you, I have to feel where you're coming from. And you have to feel me, because in the studio, it's like, it's not always about, you know, how great you're performing a song. It's about the conviction. It's about what people feel when they hear you, when they hear your lyrics. And, you know, it's something else. Sometimes it feels good when you're listening to something that came from your heart come to life. So I'm glad you recognize that.
Hey, Porcelain don't get me, man. Well, I appreciate you this morning, Cass. This is great. Ty, this is great. Are we gonna try one more time?
Yeah, one more again.
And scene. Okay. All right, we good. We good. You know, we tried, Porcelain. We tried.
So
Definitely,
Porcelain,
but y'all go check out
Act
Act Out on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know you say you're from Memphis, Westwood to be exact.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how that ended up in my bio. I'm like, every time Westwood. Who put this in?
Right. But you know, from being from Westwood, we've heard that, you know, legends like Maurice White, you know, came from that area too. So what was your true inspiration? Like what's an artist out there or a legend out there that really inspires you to dig deep like you have been doing with some of your records that are songs that you've written?
Honestly, because Stax is freaking the truth when all around the world. I mean, so many artists came from there. I love Otis Redding, the conviction he had and when he performed. And actually, the person who signed me as David Porter, he was one of the writers for Stax Records. So, you know, he wrote a lot for Otis Redding, and
which is from Westwood too, right? Yeah.
He from over there, a little bit like South Memphis. He a little bit in South Memphis, but you know, it's all the same area. It's all connected. We're from Westwood to South Memphis. It's pretty much the same area. And you know, I grew up listening to Al Green. I grew up listening to like Maurice White. A lot of people don't even know that a lot of the greats come from right here in this city. Aretha Franklin was even born here as well. So it's just great to come from such rich gospel and soul culture. So Stax, I mean, I don't know anyone here who wasn't inspired by Stax. I think that's what we all grew up seeing. Either we have family members who were musicians for Stax, or we have friends whose parents worked for Stax. It's just all connected. So those are my inspirations growing up.
Dope.
Well, we are so excited to have had you come on and drop your knowledge and keep it real with us, because you're definitely keeping it real in your music. But before you go, please tell everybody where they can follow you and check out your music.
Everybody can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Porcelain Music. That's PORCELAN, no I, because you know the autocorrect put the I in there. There's no I in there. It's just LAN. And they can also check me out on my website, porcelainmusic.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I had fun. This was dope.
We may have to have you back and do a quick beat session, because that face is like,
you know what?
That would be it.
I be telling
drop
people,
a beat and make a beat.
I don't be having no type of, I'm gonna do this today, do that today. I just get up in there and start. Let me see what look good, what blends,
right,
and figure it out.
I feel that.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Take care.
Bye.
Ty, I love her passion when it comes to music, Cassidy. I'm just like
you can tell there's some history there too. Like you could tell that she was raised in and that's why I kept going back to it, because you could tell that there was, you know, some history there and how she was raised up and what she listened to, because it's not her songs aren't superficial. Like they aren't like surface. It goes deep. So I loved her passion too.
And who says Otis Redding? I've never heard nobody say Otis Redding as an inspiration.
Well, you know the crazy thing about it is like a lot of southern states, they still listen to the blues. Like they have juke joints in places like Memphis and Alabama, Mississippi. You can go to a juke joint today and it's like older people and younger people partying in the same club. So it's not, you know, in certain states in the South, it's still like that. Not so much in Georgia, but if you go to Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, they still have those juke joints where they play the blues, they play soul music. So yeah, they definitely have a connection. But we have a new guest, our next guest. You want to do this, Romeo?
Hey man, well first of all, Cass in the city done disappeared. She's trying to get ready. First of all, this young guy right here, I don't know. We're gonna go actor. We're gonna go musician. I think politician. What else you want to add to the table, Ron? Hey, introduce yourself.
Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute, man.
Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good.
Introduce yourself to the morning show, man.
What's going on? Thank y'all for having me, man. You know, maybe 2020, 28, man. You know. States, what up? Hey,
gonna jump in there against Kanye. Let's go.
I don't want no smoke, man. He got it, man. I'm
but no, introduce yourself to the Rolling Out AM morning show, man.
Yeah, my name is Ron Flynn. I do music, act, humanitarian, whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's me. Thank you for having me on here.
He trying to be humble, ladies. This man right
here.
Right,
I was just about to say he threw in like 3 or 4 different titles, and he's like, "That's it." No, that's a lot.
Right.
Oh man. So, new project on the way, man. New project on the way. New project out. Let's talk about that.
Which you talking about? Keep Me in Mind.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I just put that out. I think like a month or so ago. You said new project because I'm already like I have another thing. Another single I'm about to put out. But yeah, Keep Me in Mind, man. I wrote that record probably back in March. Shot the visual like kind of during pandemic time, so it's a little bit crazy, but you know, small set. It's like 5 or 6 people, you know, on the other side of the camera, and we just kind of knocked it out.
Yeah, before the ladies jump in, I would like to start off with that. Like, how do you maintain or keep the creativity during these times? Like, did you have to change up your process of how you think or write, or like how do you actually create during these times?
You know, I think it kind of made me better creatively. I think I had a lot of things that were clouding my creativity. You know, I was working on the How to Get Away with Murder show, and you know, I was, you know, just preparing for the other stuff that I had coming up, and it really doesn't give you a lot of space to think creatively when you have a lot of things on your mind. So I think when the pandemic happened and, you know, we were all quarantined, I really couldn't do much but sit there and analyze a lot of situations about myself and just try to reflect and try to funnel that into the music that I was making.
Definitely. I want to go back. You mentioned How to Get Away with Murder. I was really into this show. But what did you take from this role? It was on for a long time, but what did you gain from it, and how have you applied that, you know, to your career as far as your acting goes?
Yeah, you know, I'm lucky, you know. I'm real humble to be able to say I was on that show and to have the part that I did have on there. I mean, generally, I think we kind of, as actors or whatever, we want to try to elevate ourselves and to keep getting better. But I mean, I just couldn't have ever anticipated that I would have been able to work with, you know, Cicely Tyson and work with Glenn Turman and, you know, Viola Davis, you know, and these are pillars of the Black community, you know, people who I respect really highly, and not so much like on screen, but just in between the countless like times that I've gotten information just being a fly on the wall. Also Billy Brown too. Billy Brown was who has like over 100 credits under his belt. I mean, this guy's like, he's just been around, man. So I got to be under a lot of really professional and profound, Black creatives, and it really pushed me as an actor to work with them individually, but also it provoked me to just think outside my own existence too, to see how Viola carries so much, even on screen, but also off screen. She's such a voice and such a figure in the community in general. And so leaving there, I just felt like, my ceiling felt a little bit higher than I thought.
Gotcha.
Super dope. I think, when you touched on it a little bit earlier, I believe it was Romeo that kind of brought out, so kind of what's your inspiration? And you said the quarantine or being quarantined or just in the house, it provided you actually more clarity. It provided you an opportunity to, I won't say get out of your head, but get inside your head and think about, what next, or, what is this that's coming out of me? What do I want to extend to the world at this time? Because now I'm inside of me in my mind. So, and I heard you drop some pretty legendary names. But so you've been doing quite a few things like acting and music, and you also threw in there humanitarian, so which is super dope. But in general, right now, I call it quarantine clarity. Hashtag quarantine clarity. Because but when you're in that moment or in that time at home, just kind of reflecting, who is your inspiration? Like, what is your channel? Where do you go to pull out all these different super dope, your singles and music and everything like that?
Yeah. I think I for a long time since I came to Hollywood. I've been in Hollywood for like 5 years or 6 years now. And from the moment I got here, I just, my legs were already running. And when I hit the ground, I just took off. And so I never really sat still and tried to reflect or figure out how I felt about things. And I think when you're busy, you're stretched and spread apart a lot of different areas, and you're just running, and then when you get done running this direction, you run the other direction because you're trying to get somewhere else. And now, like I said, I've just been sitting still, and what you recognize is that a lot of times the happiness that we think we have is rooted in something that's superficial, or maybe something that can be taken away from us. So I think I recognized that I was happy with the temporary things that I was doing that could have been easily taken away, which they were for a lot of people, and for me and whoever else that was, working or any field that you could be working in. And so I was like, damn, like what really makes me happy? And so once you start trying to figure out what that is, and try to sustain some sort of content, like you start challenging yourselves in areas, I think that for a lot of other reasons lay dormant because you're just busy. And so when it came to the music, I just kind of gravitate towards, relationships. And I think universally, no matter what language you speak or where you come from, we've all hopefully been with somebody that we care about or want to be. And I think that's really the pursuit of why we are on the planet. You know what I mean? Is to find somebody to go through life with and be in love with them and shit, And hopefully, I mean, because the shit part of it is that's actually part that you go through with people. The shit part of it,
right?
And so that's the goal and that's the hope. And I think reflecting on the music that I'm like singing right now is a specific, I feel like, point of view. It's like on the outside looking in, kind of situation. And I feel like a lot of people in that particular position.
Definitely. You also mentioned you have an upcoming project that you're working on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. This is a record called Drunk With You that I want to put out. It's a vibe, man. It's like it's kind of it's similar. It's along the line of like Keep Me in Mind. I did this song a while back, but Keep Me in Mind I felt like was a lot more present, for right now. I had another song that I wanted to put out, a song called Wave, that everybody I teased it online, and I swear to this day, like people just ask me when it's coming out, but
So when is it coming out?
It will come out eventually. You know, it's the thing is when you're an independent artist, man, you gotta operate differently, man. You can't just drop music, but you know, it's all beneficial. It's all headed in the right direction, and so I wanted to put out "Keep Me in Mind" because I felt like we all stuck in the crib or wherever you stuck at, and it's an intimate record, but at the same time, like it leads you to kind of perceive what you want to perceive from it. And so Drunk With You is kind of like a version of that, like I'm not selling. I feel like I'm not selling sex. I'm selling intimacy. Like I want to sell that part of it, because people sell sex all the time. And I think that the intimacy part of it is just kind of, not really being reflected in the art a lot of times. So
and we have the video for Keep Me in Mind queued up.
Okay.
So let's play that real quick. We're having some technical difficulties.
Hey, I was impressed you even pulled that up. I was like, how you gonna do that?
We're gonna try to get it.
I'm gonna try it today. What's up, man? Glad to hear that. I really enjoy Keep Me in Mind. I think the whole presence, being in the now. I mean, I really am proud of what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing for all of those who are out there looking, because a lot of people are searching, and it just sounds good to see a young brother talking about intimacy, so that women know that we care about them and are thinking about them, and it's just a new narrative. So keep that narrative going, bro. I mean, it's important.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. It means a lot to me.
I'm with it.
Hey,
definitely with it.
All right. So we got your positive thoughts of Friday. We want to inspire people, and I'm going to throw the ball, and Cass, is coming your way.
Okay, so I'm going to head back to Ant Seals. We need to use our common sense and our commas and our sense, support Black businesses. Enjoy your weekend, but definitely support a Black business this weekend. I'm going to throw it to Ty.
Oh, thank you, Cassidy. And I'm going to catch it and say something real simple. Do something amazing today. That's it. Just do something amazing. I mean, a lot of the times we don't think outside of the box. Like Heaven said, one of our guests earlier, she's exercising on all of her talents. And she's thinking outside of the box. And I'm sure she's doing something amazing today. But just try that. That's all. I'm going to throw it over to Romeo.
Thank you, Ty. My positive thought for the day: 40 generations ago, nobody cared, man. So look, equality is for everybody, man. Y'all better stop tripping, man. Love everybody, because everybody needs love. AR.
Let's do it, man.
Hold on, AR. Let's throw it to our guest, because we want him to get it. We don't want Rome to be last. We want him to know that he's special. We appreciate it. Coming on, Roll It Out AM. If you don't mind, let our brother give some people some positive messages and a reason to go listen to his music, because he's that sincere next generation. Denzel, he's definitely got Marvin. He's definitely gonna do the Prince thing for us. All those goats. He's the young goat, so we want to hear a positive thought from him.
Man, listen, if I don't get an introduction like that, I ain't never talking again. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. My positive thought I want to give to the people is just embrace your individuality. I think right now we have the opportunity mandated on us to really not have the space to do much right now. So just kind of be okay with sitting with yourself, figuring out stuff that you like, pick up something new, try to build your individuality. If you're not with somebody like spouse-wise or are not dating somebody, or even if you are, take that time apart to be an individual, and to see, try to travel in your mind a little bit and figure out what makes you happy and what doesn't.
Cool.
Travel in your mind.
All right, I got to go back to my brother, C.T. Vivian, proud for civil rights leader. Quote that he said, leadership is found in the action to defeat that which would defeat you. So what that says is we're in a trying time. A lot of stuff is coming at us, but we have to defeat the things that's trying to defeat us. So we got to have an inspiration. And again, rest in power to C.T. Vivian. Let's go, Muncie.
Thanks. For everybody, we appreciate you from Romeo International, Cast in the City, Ty Cooper, and of course, Rome. We want you all to know that we respect and love you. But the positive thought is drop somebody a note, make it written, put it on paper, drop it in the mail, and let them know just how much they mean to you. It's special. This is the time to do something different. Do something different for somebody else and let them be able to read it again and again and again. I'm Muncie C. This is rolling out the Wake Up Call on AM. Peace, love, and Romeo International, Rome, Cast in the City, Amir Shah, and Ty Cooper. We'll see y'all on IG. We'll see you next week on Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Peace, everybody.